showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
Well, it certainly doesn't feel like a friendly to me, Peter.
The atmosphere, absolutely that of a premium contest.
Yeah, and this crowd are demanding the most from their players, and it looks like they might get what they came for.
So straight into the action. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. That looks a good ball through. Oh, shapes to shoot! Goal, Norway! And we have liftoff! It looked as though it'd gone too wide. He wasn't having that, though, and somehow he found the angle.
Listen, no one was expecting a shot from there. That's quite outrageous.
Norway have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
And reclaimed it in a trice. Berger. And the through ball. Ødegaard. He is through here. Ivory Coast are behind here, despite their domination of possession. Approaching the half-hour mark.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
He's found a way through. Oh, shooting! That's another chance. It's a goal. They are purring, truly purring. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Norway are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Oh, there's a probing ball. Oh, they can break here. Ivory Coast making some potentially decisive changes. They weren't waiting around. Ødegaard. And he welcomes it in. Swung over.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
Passing is crisp and sharp. And that brings the first half to a close. Reflections on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. So straight into the second half.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them. Norway definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Berger.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Knocks it into space. He's picked his way through. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Well, he stayed down and is in very obvious discomfort here. Keeper has taken decisive action. Well, that pass isn't the best. Space for him to turn and look. Impressive jump! Yes! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. Simple, certain, effective. He just guided it in.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
Look, this is so frustrating. Passing without any end product is just passing time.
Surlot. Now it's Haaland. And he was quick to react. No, again there's no way through. And here's Surlot. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
Substituição em andamento.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed. Ivory Coast are certainly now looking like a sorry lot. They haven't got a proper defence or attack for that.
Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone.
Teremos uma substituição.
And it's Berger. Tries to think it through. Driving forward. Now that looks a decent ball. And he's worked it through. And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
Teremos 5 minutos
5 minutes to add. And he's picked out the run. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. Pass somewhat off target. And that's that. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can and will trouble more or less everyone. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Ivory Coast desperately failing to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas on the pitch. And you're never going to win like that.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.
Nas áreas indicadas no mapa. Agradecemos a colaboração.